hurt.
Click, click, boom! Let's go! Dress hair to Joe, black on black, 3 bunnies in the...
Hello, my name is Evan Farbstein. With me is Eric Johnson, and we are here to talk about hockey. How long have you been playing hockey?
I've been playing since I was about 5 years old, so that would make this, I think, my 18th year.
Wow,
It's been a while.
that's a lot of hockey.
What's happened in the last 20 years or so, 20, 30 years, is there's been this introduction of this really lightweight carbon composite material. So they first started weaving plastic composites with Kevlar. They went to aluminum for a little while, found that didn't work out. And then as they really advanced in materials technology, they went with this woven, it's a carbon fiber really is what it is. What it allows you to do is get a really, really light stick that still retains a lot of flex. So you'll see in different slow-mo shots that you've taken, provides a lot of power to the puck.
So now let me demonstrate how the stick actually stores the energy. Here we have the shaft of a stick. We're missing the blade, but we're going to put a hockey puck on it. And instead of me taking a slap shot, I'm going to bend this down and shoot the puck up into the air. I'll try to bend the stick down about 6 or 7 inches. That's what a good hockey player can do.
So two things that they've changed, the big rule changes in the NHL, have been they've limited the size of the curve, which reduced the shot speed. But at the same time, they went to these new sticks, which really allowed the players to increase their shot speed due to the increased torque that you could provide the shot and all the stored energy in the stick that's transferred to the puck during the shot. So it's been a huge change. It's allowed players in the NHL skills competition now to shoot well over 100 miles an hour with their slap shots. In the NHL, you'll see players who range from about 170 pounds to 250 pounds, depending on the positions they play, and they'll all want different amounts of flex on their stick. So the heavier players will want a stiffer stick because otherwise they'll snap them. And with the stiffer stick, they can still get a lot of torque because they put a lot of weight into their shots. Lighter players who tend to shoot more wrist shots will get more flexible sticks. This is what's called an 85 flex. It's probably on the lower end of the spectrum. So it's rather loose, but what it allows you to do is you don't have to get all your body weight into the shot in order to get the stick to flex a lot. At the same time, it's probably a little more prone to breaking than some of the stiffer sticks. Dude! So it really becomes a personal preference and a body size issue for the player.
How does the curve of the stick affect when you're shooting with it?
Yeah, so the curve, there are rule limits in the NHL, but basically the steeper the curve is, or the more pronounced the curve from the heel, which is the blade, or the bottom end of the blade, to the toe, which is the farthest out from the shaft of the stick, is going to influence a couple different things. Mostly how much accuracy control you have, and also it's going to have a big effect on the amount of control you have on your backhand. So if you get a flatter curve, you'll have a better backhand, a stronger backhand. But the flip side of that is that your wrist shots probably won't be able to get as much speed on them because the puck won't be able to travel as pronounced a path along the blade of the stick in order to get some of that speed built up.
So one thing I've noticed from personal experience playing hockey is that when I shoot one-timers, it seems to be faster than any other kind of shot in my arsenal. Mm-hmm. So can you explain why that is?
Yeah, so a one-timer is basically when a teammate of yours passes you the puck and you take a slap shot by striding into the puck. So two things are at play here. One, anytime you take a slap shot, what you're going to want to do is hit about 6 inches or so behind the puck so you can really get that stick to flex off whatever surface you're playing on, and then it's going to snap back into the puck and propel it towards the net. What happens with a one-timer, all the pucks that you play with, whether you're indoors on ice or out here playing roller hockey, they're made of some sort of rubber, so they have certain elastic properties. So what the one-timer allows you to do is the puck's own momentum is going to carry it into your stick as well, and it's going to compress the puck along with the action of your stick. So the elasticity of the puck is really helping you off the rebound. So not only is your stick launching the puck towards the net, but the puck is literally bouncing off your stick as it rebounds and decompresses basically from the speed of that pass.
Out here, this is a roller surface.
Mm-hmm.
And how is skating and turning and stopping on this surface different from stopping on indoors or ice?
Yeah, so there are a couple of key differences. The biggest one, if you look at the skates, obviously when you're playing on ice hockey, you have a metal blade that has 2 edges, one on either side of the blade surface. And out here, you don't have edges, you just have the rubber on the wheels. So the constants between the two are that anytime you're skating forwards, the force of you going forwards is never in the same direction as the blade of your skate, or your wheels in this case, but it's really at the normal, or 90 degrees from the wheel. So you want to, in both cases, try and turn your skates so that they're facing as far behind you with the four wheels kind of perpendicular to your direction of travel, so you can get as much forward momentum out of it as you can. The differences mainly involve stopping. So out here, when you're playing on wheels, what you really want to do to stop is create a lot of friction with the wheels. So you're actually having the wheels slide along the floor, and the friction between the floor and the wheels is what's stopping you. Indoors on ice, it's the biting of the edge into the ice. So there's not as much sliding. So you actually have a lot more control when you're playing indoors than when you do out here, because you don't have to worry as much about losing grip.
Would you say, from personal experience, does it hurt more to get hit into the boards or to get hit open ice?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, the boards on a hockey rink, they're designed with a lot of give. So probably the best analogy I could come up with for that is they're very similar. If you've ever seen those toys on physics teacher's desk where they have the 5 steel balls they're suspended, and you pull back one, and when you let it hit the other 4, only the ball at the far end keeps going again, and it just continues like that. But the ones in the middle stay the same. Same principle, where the energy of a collision is transferred to the last object that's
That hurt?
touched. So in this case, when you're hitting to the boards and they have a lot of give, the energy of the impact is going to go through you and into the board. So it's going to be unpleasant for you, but compared to an open ice hit, probably not as significant. You won't feel it nearly as much, I would imagine.
Thank you, Eric. That's all the time we have for today, but thank you for coming out and showing us how to play the wonderful game of hockey.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.